Today's question, should I wait to buy a house or should I actually wait for rates to drop before buying a house? Now, like any other video I do, you can comment below, give us your opinion. You tell us what you think, especially out there, other agents and other lenders. But here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say absolutely not. The reason I say no and absolutely not, nobody can predict that. What happens if someone's like, oh, rates are going to drop in the next 5 months, and then they never do? And then you're stuck in the same place, whether you're renting and you don't want to rent or you're at your parents' house, whatever the case may be. If rates are a little bit higher now than they should be, but you're getting a phenomenal deal, which people are right now, follow the builders. Builders are giving away their homes. They're offering some of these builders up to 5% commissions to agents, which is crazy. And then all the closing costs and even rate buy downs to the buyers. That's telling you where the market is. So if you can get yourself a phenomenal deal right now, and then rates do eventually come down, especially 1 point, then you can refinance. Now, we'll get into separate things later with, is it worth it with closing costs and how long you're going to live in a house? Because it's all mathematical. It's all determined by average, years you live in a house. But if you can refinance your house later on, now you're hitting a super home run. Let me tell you who hit the best home runs ever. The people that bought before the whole COVID nonsense got a phenomenal deal. And then when interest rates went to like 2.5%, 3%, they all refied. There's a ton of you out there right now that are sitting on a boatload of equity with a low interest rate, super low interest rate, protected by your homestead, so your taxes are low, and you're probably paying a mortgage that is way less than any rent out there, right? So that is the home run. Get the best deal possible and then refi into an amazing rate, right? Because if, let's say, rates do go down, and I personally don't think they're ever going to get in the twos ever again in our lifetime, but let's say they get super low again. What do you think's going to happen? All these people that were like, oh, I'm waiting for the rates to come down are going to come out of the woodworks, which is going to shoot the market up again. Then you're going to have all these agents. This is exactly what's going to happen. You're going to have all these agents and sellers that are going to say, well, we're not paying a commission out to the buyer's agent anymore. Remember, NAR rules is that buyer pays commission, right? If you can't negotiate it to the seller. So let's say I'm a seller and there's a demand for my house, and now I'm saying I'm not paying out commissions. Now as a buyer, ready? Follow me here. You might be getting a better interest rate, but now you're paying your own closing cost, paying your buyer's agent, which 3% and 3%, if you're looking at an average, is 6%. So if you're buying a $400,000 house, you're coming out of pocket $24,000 right then and there. So you're paying $24,000 just to get a better rate? Does that make any sense? You're probably overpaying for the house. And if it gets crazy, which it won't, but let's say, are you paying an appraisal gap as well? This is why these agents drive me crazy. And everyone that thinks they know everything, wait till the rates come down. Wait till the rates come down. Okay, but what's the negative to that? The negative to that could be, well, if the demand for homes skyrockets, the sellers pick the power back up or take the power back and say, fine, we're not giving you closing cost incentives. We're not paying your agent's commission. Then you, the buyer, are just paying for that rate anyway. You're paying all that money out of pocket for your closing costs and your commissions and whatever else it may be. So did you even get a good deal? You're overpaying for a house. You're paying all this stuff to get what? A little bit better rate that maybe saves you, even if it's $100 a month, that's only $1,200 a year. This is why I do these videos, because I'm so tired of people trying to tell you one way. One way. This is the only way you should do it. This is the only way you should do it. There's pros and cons to everything. Now, if you are the first person to jump on something when the rates come down, that's a different story, right? If you can be like jumping on a house right away, or you're just about to go in contract and rates drop or something. But at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, you get the best possible deal right now in real estate. It doesn't have to be today. I'm saying in this market, even if the prices go down a little bit more, you get your closing costs covered. You get as much as possible. And then if rates come down, you refi, you sit back, relax, hold that primary house as an investment in the future, and then do it all over again. This is why you have to look at everything with pros and cons, because nobody else is talking about it, but I am. So if you have any questions, let me know. I love doing this stuff. I do it almost every single day. I do free, I'm going to be doing free seminars, free buyers and sellers seminars coming soon, but I do consultation work all the time. So any questions you have, let me know. Talk to you soon.